What's up? Rockdad1984 here with Kain Delryn for our second episode of Streamer Origins. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world today. Happy Friday. Kain, how you doing today, dude?
Fantastic, man. I'm ready.
Fantastic?
To yep.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
We have with us today, everybody, we've got Darkfirecat and Haseo. Haseo is a moderator for Kain Delryn, and Darkfirecat, you may know her as Mimi, is a moderator for my channel. And today's episode of Streamer Origins, we're talking about moderators. Specifically, our moderators. So to begin, Darkfirecat, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, I'm Darkfirecat. A lot of times y'all hear me go by Mimi, because that's just who I am. I really don't have anything much to say.
Hi, I'm Mimi.
Well, I love that backstory, Mimi.
So do I. You go ahead, Haseo. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself as well?
Don't know what much to say.
Well, do you guys have a pet, a significant other? Do you guys like pineapple on pizza?
Okay, I'm leaving this podcast right now just because of that one. You know, I'm sorry, I'm done here. How dare you?
Well, this is the shortest podcast
ever.
Shortest podcast ever.
There's one pizza that I do accept pineapple on, and it's a barbecue chicken pizza that is made by Papa John's. It's the only one that I will accept pineapple on.
I like pineapple on pizza as well, but I didn't really mean for that to be like a focal point. I was just joking around. That's just like one of those questions that just is all over the place with social media, whether it be on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. It's always a topic of discussion. I thought that was just funny.
It was funny.
I mean,
so just to throw an additional question in that, what kind of genre of games you guys like to play? Is any specific?
Nerd stuff. JRPGs,
Yeah.
RPGs.
I play a lot of Sims, Devil May Cry, Need for Speed. I'm not very good at shooters. I died 5 times in one spot on the new Resident Evil. And it wasn't even that hard. I just kept dying because I couldn't shoot the stupid zombie.
What part of the game are you on?
I was just in the beginning of the game where you just get into you have to unlock all those stupid locks. I didn't have enough bullets and I kept getting eaten by the zombies. I was not happy.
Oh man, that's too bad. That's too bad. So let me start off the questions a little bit more rather than just talking about ourselves. How did you guys find Twitch? Like what gravitated you to even check out Twitch?
There was a big streamer on YouTube who started doing late night streams, and when I was in California, I was able to to catch his streams at about 9 o'clock. And so I was like, okay, fine, I'll jump onto Twitch. And then I just started finding more and more people. And I was like, so I've been on here, 7 years now? Following one person and then finding everyone else in the world.
What about you, Haseo? How long have you been on Twitch?
Pushing on 5 or 6 years now.
5 and 6 years? Wow. Have you been streaming the whole time?
Off and on. Like I was nothing as serious as I am now. Like
okay.
Once I actually got into it, you know, I hit affiliate in like a month, and then less than a month actually. It's like 2 weeks. And then I just kind of kept going with it because I enjoy it.
Nice. Kain, did you want to ask the next one?
How long did it take you to get affiliate?
How long did it take me to get affiliated? 3 weeks, I think. It was less than a month.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
How long it took me?
How long did it take you, Kain?
6 or 7 months.
6 or 7 months. Holy crap.
It was
like,
a while, man.
When did you start streaming? You said like over 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, over 2 years ago.
Dang.
I didn't get affiliate towards the second half of the year.
Well, you know,
I mean, to be
the
fair,
times
I only
changed.
streamed like once or twice a week, so it was kind of like, you know.
That's true.
Didn't try that hard. I just kind of threw the stream out there and played games.
The amount you stream does matter, I think, when it comes to the first bit of getting the whole affiliate going.
That's true.
I am. My chat is saying they're having a hard time hearing you, Kain, and I have you turned up all the way on my Discord settings. Is there another setting that I could try messing with to get you louder?
Ooh, shoots.
I got you turned up to 200% at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a separate thing for Discord and inside OBS. I don't know. Let's see.
Oh God, here we go with Kain with another one of his audio settings.
It's
It
not
could be on my
audio setting,
side.
man. I haven't changed anything.
It's just weird because I can hear him just fine, and I have him turned up, and the chat can't hear him, which is interesting. And I don't really have any other things to mess with to make him louder. What about
you got everything turned on OBS? You got it turned up.
Yeah, I got the volume up everywhere.
Pixelate again too.
What about for those in the Discord call chat, AUN, Scofun? Can you guys hear Hasio and Darkfirecat okay?
Okay. Yeah, my chat. I hear Kain just fine. Maybe it's Rockdad's chat's problem. Do you hear
Maybe.
Rockdad fine? Sushi?
I'll say something so they can hear me. Because I was like, what about Mimi and Hasio? They can't hear anything. Yeah, I hear the others fine. Okay, thank you, Scofung. Yeah, I think it might be on your side. Let's just keep pressing on though. We'll try to.
My stream's fine so far.
Okay.
They hear you fine. They hear me fine.
Weird. I don't know. I'll try not to talk over you. Okay, so for the next question I have for the moderators that we have, let's see. We asked how long they've been on Twitch. Do you guys enjoy being a mod on Twitch? Darkfirecat?
I do.
And Hasio?
Oh yeah, I definitely do.
Nice. When did you guys first become a mod? Like, who was the first person you mod for? Do you remember?
My first mod experience was with Cool Bunny Kid, another streamer on Twitch who does art and emotes and things like that. And yeah, she actually got me a mod on her channel and kind of started with her. And she didn't stream as much, and I was spending a lot of time with Kain, and ended up becoming a mod for Kain.
How long have you been modding for Kain for? Do you know?
What is it now? About 2 months, 3 months now, Kain?
It's been about that, I think.
I started with you in November and last year, and then about January, not even that, about February.
So not too long.
Birthday.
Yeah, because I think I've been subbed to your channel since around the time I met you, about 5 months.
Yeah.
And then Darkfirecat, I know you've been modding for me for, gosh, I don't know what, 9-10 months?
Yeah, about 9-10 months. My first person that I modded for is one of our shoutcasters on Brigade Team.
Oh, DJ Hacks?
Yeah.
Nice.
I've been modding for him for about 3 years now.
What? That is so cool.
So, we get in there. A lot of times, somebody will pop in. Hey, how you doing? I'm always trying to welcome in. We try and do backflips for, do subs and everything. Try and remember everything. He's the reason I do my cat shout outs when I pop in, where I just kind of pop in and I type everybody's name really loud.
Mm-hmm.
That's because of him.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh, nice.
So, Hasio and Mimi, the green check mark. Do you guys kind of feel slightly empowered by that check mark?
Oh yeah.
Or sword. Excuse me, not a check mark. It's a sword. I apologize. It's a green square with a white sword.
I love my sword.
Flame up. Flame on.
Well, like I told Kain, with great power comes great abuse.
Lots of bans.
Lots of bans.
All bans. Timeouts.
Look, sometimes I have to troll the trolls.
Nice. I like it.
I just troll Kain because it's fun.
I know, he does. The whole stream. I mean, it's fantastic.
Well, I imagine it's a little bit of a self-empowering feeling there because, you do have the kind of the power. Like, right now, Twitch and Twitter and Facebook. Right now there's something circulating around on social media revolving around Twitch's community and moderators specifically. And we don't need to name names or really go too much into like the politics side of it or anything like that. But there is a little bit of a sense of power that comes with being a moderator, because you get the timeout, you get the ban, you get the. I think there's a soft ban. I've not really done a whole lot as a moderator, so I'm still kind of like, what can I do? Like, what are some of the things that you can do as a mod?
They've allowed us some new powers with the new mod view, where we can, like, when there's redeems in the chat, we can clear out that for you, so that way you don't have to go back and remember which ones you've done, which ones you didn't do. You can time people out for a second. Hey, you're in timeout for a second, just chill. And then, there's other ones where you just have to go, all right, you got to get up out of here. You can't stay. You just can't.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the mod view?
I'm not a fan of it. I don't like how it like limits so much of the screen and takes up so much of it. And it kind of pulls away a bit from actually watching a stream, as per actually being able to participate in a stream.
Yeah, it could be set up a lot better.
What kind of things would you guys change about it then? If you guys think it could be changed up differently, like if you were to have like Twitch come to you like, hey, you're a mod. What do you think of the mod viewer? What are some things you would change about it? What would be some of the things that would pop into your head?
I would say have the ability to like take the mod windows and pop them up in a different screen or something like that instead, or have an external pop out, or be able to do that instead of having everything crammed onto one screen and right there in your face.
Okay, I get what you're saying, to where you can pop it out and have it be like another window.
Exactly.
Right. Like the channel actions could be another window instead of versus it just. Now it kind of looks like you're streaming with your streamer right now.
Okay.
It's like you have OBS open on your computer with your streamer, and it's like, this is a little weird, but okay, I guess this is what it is.
Maybe just an adjustment period, because how long has it been rolled out for now, Kain?
It's been a bit. I mean, I think some people got access to it before we did.
Yeah, probably the test subject, so to speak.
It's been out for a while, yeah, in the beta phases. It's been a bit. I don't know. Do you guys have it pulled up all the time when you do mod a channel?
Not always.
Not normally. No.
I'll pop it open for Rockdad, especially for when he has redemptions. Just because I know he gets busy and he forgets.
I do. I get so busy. It's crazy. They're like, oh my gosh, I have like 80 things here that I haven't cleared out. And I'm like, I hope I've done these. I'm like, clear.
So I try and clear them out as quickly as I can, because I'm like, yeah, I know he's done that. Yeah, he's done those.
I appreciate all the help you do. Seriously, like, I love my mods. You guys are awesome. How many channels do you guys think you mod for?
Let's see. 1, 2.
No, Hazio.
I think I mod for about 10. It might be more than that.
10? Holy crap.
How about you, Hazio?
2. Hey, look, he's with Delryn.
He's like, yeah, just the 2. He's like, I don't want the responsibility.
Luckily, my people aren't always on all at the same time.
That is so funny. How did you find my channel, Mimi? Out of curiosity, do you remember how you found my channel? Was it because of Brigade?
I think it was because of Brigade, because I think either Hacks rated you or you were on you were doing something on the Brigade channel, and I was like, yep, gotta follow him.
Well, I think that might have been a charity stream on the Brigade channel, because the only time I've ever streamed on the Brigade channel was that Stack Up charity stream that we did. I think maybe November timeframe. No,
I was with you with that for that.
Okay, so it had to have been before that then, because I hadn't been on that channel before that.
We must have raided. I must have came to you from a raid from Hacks.
Probably.
How about you, Hazio? How'd you find me, man? What brought you in?
I was on the weird side of Twitch, and I saw this guy playing
The weird
the,
side.
Red Light District.
The deep underground of
the
Twitch.
Legend of Zelda remake for then when he did.
Oh, the Switch.
Yeah, on the Switch one. And
The Breath of the Wild one?
No, the remake of Link's Awakening.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I kind of just like saw that. I was like, who's this dude? And I just saw this guy just enjoying his game, laughing a lot, talking about a dog. And I'm like, I like dogs. I like games. And he was very responsive to the community. And I really enjoyed that. And so I ended up kind of staying around and eventually becoming part of that community.
Nice, man.
Appreciate that too, Hazio. It's good having you, man.
Shut up, Kain.
Good. See that?
What a dynamic relationship you two have.
Damn mods.
Abuse.
So we were talking about like the powers that are kind of instilled with mods, and like being able to time out and ban and soft ban and things of those nature, or clear out channel point redemptions. What are some of the worst things that you've come across as a mod? Because I imagine, especially I know at least on my channel, I've had some very unique trolls come into the channel. So I can think of some from my channel, but outside of, because, you said you do like 10, and then, Hasio, you said 2. Like, what are some of like the worst things you've seen as a mod that you've had to take care of?
Lately, it's been the bots to say, oh yeah, you could buy followers now. Just go to this link. And they've been kind of rampant lately. Like even in my little 1 viewer streams, they're there and, trying to sell follows and stuff like that. But I think the weirdest ones I've seen with Kain are the people that try to advertise other streams in his stream. And those are probably the most annoying ones to deal with, because you're trying not to be the dick about it.
Yeah.
Pardon my language.
No,
but
there's some
like, you need to stop doing this, or we're gonna have to take action against you. And like when Kain's 24-hour stream, there was somebody that did it constantly, and we just had like, it's like, okay, you know what, enough is enough, and just cut the line there.
Makes sense. I mean, some people, when they go into other people's channels, there's like an unspoken / spoken like etiquette when you go into like other streamers' stream, and like you brought up the self promotion is one of them. I think it really depends upon the streamer where they feel about like others coming into their channel and self promoting. Like if it's members of their community, like I'll use my stream as an example. I don't mind if it's members of part of my community self-promoting, but if it's like complete stranger and they come in and they start self-promoting, then like, yeah, I'll say something, or the mods will say something like, hey, dude, it's usually not good practice to self-promote in another streamer's stream. And, they may not know that. And if they do know that, they're just being a dick, like you said, Hasio.
Yeah, and like I said, it's like Kain, he's actually probably one of the most lenient streamers about it that I've met. Like if you come in and say, hey, you should come check me out sometime, Kain be like, cool, thanks for that. We'll give you a follow, whatnot, and we'll check you out sometime.
Such a nice guy,
then,
Kain.
If you keep it up, even Kain has limits, as nice as he is,
Mm-hmm.
And just don't let Kain hear me say that I said he's nice,
It's funny too, because some of you guys, I'll look away from chat and look back, and all of a sudden there's somebody banned. I'm like, what? What just happened?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you missed it. It happens so fast. Like I'm there with you. Like, wait, something happened? What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some of the things are, especially when they start calling out my streamers. My streamers are my family. And I get very protective if you start kind of bad-mouthing them, or you kind of comment badly on their appearance. I will go, hey, I've timed you out. And I've banned people, especially for things that they've said that definitely was not approved.
Can you think of any examples of like one of the worst things you've had to take care of? Because I can think of a few things that you guys have had to take care of for me, but I want to hear what, in your opinion, because you're a moderator for 10 different channels. What's one of the worst things that you could recall at this moment that pops into your head?
Someone who was cussing out one of the streamers because he said, hey, I'm glad that you're here, but I usually don't play games with random people that pop in. Do not ask me. It's one of the channel rules. Do not ask to play games. And this person would not stop. Hey, play with me, play with me, play with me. Finally, they start, you stupid this.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, that's enough. You're out of here. He said no. You need to respect the no. No means no. That's all it means.
Did it come off as kind of like maybe they were younger? Because I know like there's a younger generation that sometimes they kind of get naggy with their chat dialogue. I guess you could kind of say. Do you think maybe it was an age thing, or did you check out their profile and stuff like that? Like, no, this person was just being annoying.
This was a person who we had caught going into multiple streams doing this. And it may have been a young child, but they have been warned on numerous occasions through different streams that they had popped in to say, stop doing that.
Gotcha.
About you, Haseo? What's one of the biggest things that you've done in my stream as far as being a mod? Other than making fun of me.
And doing all the shout outs right now real quick, sorry.
What, you're not supposed to mod.
You're not supposed to be working right now. Don't be working.
You can't help it.
Your job's to be part of the conversation.
Oh, baby maker.
Man, I would. I'm gonna ban you from my channel. Hold on.
You know that I
know
this is just like ingrained in me to do.
I'm sorry, it's so hard not to shout out everybody. It's just what I do.
Went to chat and just started doing it just because it's just how I am. But yeah. One of the biggest things I've had to do for Kain's channel. Honestly, I've not had to do a lot for Kain. Yeah, there's the occasional bans and stuff like that from bots and stuff like that. But I think the biggest one is just trying to keep up with Kain, because Kain, he'll start at various times and he'll go all through the night, and I'm too old for that. You know, I got to get to my bedtime's at like 2 a.m.
He's older than me, and he makes me feel like an old man because he's like, "What's past your bedtime, Rockdad? What are you doing up right now? Like, what are you doing up right now?"
Kain's just like, "We had a 24-hour stream, go!" And you know, he's just up for all day and all night, and it's like, I can't do it, Kain. I can't keep up with you. I love you, brother, but I can't stay up for 24 hours.
Right, you just gotta drink more monsters with him, like apparently
4 to 5 hours, and then we go for like 9 to 12.
Yeah, like especially if he finds a game he likes. Like the biggest one being Doom Eternal recently. Like we would sit here and Kain would start a stream. Like it'd be multiplayer night. He's like, "Oh, I'll play 1 or 2 hours of Doom Eternal. I'll wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning to go to work, and Kain's still streaming."
Yeah,
I've had those days.
I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta go to work.
Roll over, like, wait, Kain's still alive? What the hell?
Yeah, I've done that. I leave my channel on Kain, and I wake up, and Kain is still on, and I'm like, wait a minute, weren't you? You usually are off by the time I get up.
You guys could blame it on my old age. You know, I forgot to press the stop stream button. You know.
I've done that before.
Still live? Holy crap!
And I had a moderator contact me through Discord. They're like, "Hey, are you still live? Because you're still live." And I'm like, "No, I'm not still live." He's like, "Well, your stream says you're live." I'm like, "No." And this was like 3 hours later, and I go back to the house, and sure as shit, I was still live and streaming. I was like, "Oh, there goes my average."
Yeah, sometimes you just forget. As soon as you raid somebody, it's like, okay, I'm gonna go engage on the raid and then walk away.
Yeah.
But in reality, you're still streaming.
Yep, I've multiple times. I have to I have like a little system to where I have to physically like look at like my checklist and like, okay, end stream, done. Even still,
it would
though,
be nice if one of your mods could actually press the end stream button for you at some point.
Oh yeah, you like if you were to give them like special privileges, that would be a good one to have. That way they could be like, oh,
no,
I forgot to
it'd
end.
get abused so hard. Like
it would get abused.
Oh, yeah.
I can see Haseo using
stream,
it.
just like end
in the middle, like first 5 seconds. Hey guys, how you doing? End stream. Like, what? No.
What is it? Control F4? Isn't that what closes whatever game?
Alt
like,
F4.
Alt F4. Yeah, that could be another one too. A moderator command, just troll. No more game for you.
It's the go to bed. It's like go to bed.
Oh, I bet that's used for like, let's say like somebody's been drinking a lot.
Go to bed.
And they drank too much and they need to get off the stream. Like, yo, you're
shit.
like ridiculous. You're belligerent. If I had a mod and I got to the point to where I should not be streaming anymore, they'd be like, no, you need to go to bed. I would want them to have that power to execute or to turn off the stream. Like, oh,
Especially on a drinking stream, because I've
Especially on a
been
drinking
a
stream.
viewer in that case before, and I won't name the streamer, but he actually passed out on stream.
oh
And all of
no.
us were trying to wake him up with like alerts and everything, and he did not wake up until a mod actually had his phone number and called him up, and he woke
you
up.
try
He
to
was like,
slurp?
"Oh crap!" And then he turned off stream.
Oh.
But I was like, "Oh my god!"
Remind me to give you
no."
my personal number then, Kain, so that never happens to me. You can always call and get me
Yeah,
off.
you'll get wasted right on live on stream.
Yeah, right. I should do
Unless
the
we're
same
both
thing.
getting wasted on stream.
The same. I should send somebody my phone number so they, because I'll fall asleep on stream without even knowing I fell asleep.
That's so funny. I've not come across somebody sleeping on a stream. That's too funny.
That's why you need those glasses with eyeballs on it.
Oh, so it just looks like you're on. I just have it
you don't
like
look the
a
same.
demo going, so it looks like you're playing. It's just a demo.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'll give all you guys my numbers later, you know, especially you, Mimi.
There you go.
Wink, wink.
Aw.
Okay, so for our next question, like along the lines of your guys' responsibilities as mods, how often do you think you come across a troll? Because Kain and I just said that sometimes that we won't even notice that moderators took actions in the chat. So you guys come across them more than we do as streamers.
Oh, every day, especially in Kane's stream, because everybody's a troll there, just about. But you know, it's the difference between knowing like the random joiner who just sits here and talks crap about them, or talks crap about anybody and anything, and the regulars who talk crap about Kain, because like me and Sadie Maker or whoever else is in there at the time, you know, it's just how we are with Kain, you know. It's our way of showing Kain that we love him, is, you know,
And you know,
we're gonna give him crap, but
I
he
love my
knows
trolls.
that,
Just want to say.
yeah, it keeps him on his toes, you know. But yeah, it's just knowing the difference between playful trolling and major trolling. Like, you know, I can't even really think of too many cases where Kain gets that, because again, Kain is just overall just such a nice guy. Like, it's hard to be mean to him and not feel bad. Like, even I feel bad trolling him half the time, you know, because it's like, man, Kane's just smiling and laughing at this. I kind of feel bad
Oh,
about
man.
this.
Let me stop that. Hold on. Recompose myself. Yeah.
Serious
well,
face.
you know, I try not to be too serious about
Twiggy.
the trolls as well. You know.
Oops, sorry.
Twiggy.
Forgot
Oops.
to-
That's good.
Kitty Crazy, another moderator in my channel, she says mods are allowed to troll because they understand the troll volume or the troll level that the streamer enjoys. Like, even like Rock Mom, I know her trolls, or excuse me, or her mods troll the shit out of her, and she gets random trolls in her stream as well, but they always do like stuff that's like doesn't bother Rock Mom. She's like got the thickest skin I've ever met. And like she'll get like sexual trolls in there and she just laughs it off. And the next thing you know, they've turned into a viewer and it's like they're no longer a troll. So like I think it depends on the streamer, the mods, and I guess the severity of the troll in regards to like the actions taken.
Well, sometimes they're looking for that reaction from you, you know, and
It's
then when
true.
they don't get it and they get a totally different one, they're totally surprised. And they're like, well,
Yeah.
okay, I like this streamer. I think I'll stay.
Right?
So it could totally turn around, 180.
It depends on how far the troll goes with it, especially in Rock Mom's chat, because some of them can be kind of baseline, but if they've gone too far, we know how far that, and then they'll be gone before anybody ever knows it. And Kitty is quick on that band hammer.
Yeah, she is. There was one time, I think, was it Kitty or you, Mimi, or maybe even Kain, like the three of you guys. Even Kain's a mod for my channel. I mean, it's awesome. So I had a dong, something awareness guy, like dong awareness or something like that, come in, and in the chat, it was just nothing but like emotes of dongs and like different shapes and sizes and lengths and things of all that nature. And it was just like, I noticed it, but then there was like 15 bands on
That was
like
Kitty.
on
That
15
was
15 different accounts of the same like general stuff, and I thought it was one person, and it ended up being 15 different attempts. I was like, dang, that's crazy. And that was Kitty. Yeah, she just said it was her.
Yeah. It
Thank you,
was Kitty.
Kitty.
She was quick. She was quick with that.
I think I snagged one of those, but yeah, Kitty was all over that.
I took a screenshot of one or something like that because I was like, oh, that's funny. I had to take a picture of that.
Now, I do know one of the things that Twitch has started up too is
Let's go, Fun. What's up, dude?
Stuff like that and timeout.
Yeah, I'm glad you remember that one too.
They are IP bans now. So if you ban somebody, let's say they make a troll account to mess with you,
yeah,
and you ban that account, their main account's going to be banned as well.
Yeah, which is awesome.
I like that. I like that a lot.
It's good, but at the same time, like if I make a troll account to mess with Kain, then
yeah,
it's gonna be really kind of
just
like
quick, and I'll be like, what?
Well, this kind of leads me
another
into my
thing
next
to do.
question. What's one of the funniest things that you guys have come across as a mod? I mean, like for me, like I was just talking about the dongs. That was pretty funny for me. But like I imagine there's other things out there that you moderators have come across. Like what's one of the funniest things that come to mind?
Funniest ones? I don't know.
And don't say Rockdad, sharing his X-rated Snapchat account.
My X-rated Snapchat account.
No, Rockdad had one. I just thought it was
What
yours.
makes you think I do that? Like, do I have that type of character? I don't do that. Come on.
Oh,
Or
so
do I?
Rockdad is the boy next door. Gotcha.
Oh my gosh, I had somebody whose job was that kind of stuff, and she has an account, and she came into my stream one time, and she followed me, and then like Mr. Zen is like, "Did you look up her account?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't." And I went to her Twitch page, and then I realized that she was one of those like those workers, I guess you could call them. I don't know. Rock was over here giggling at me. And she was a sex worker. I was like, oh my god, I didn't know I followed a sex worker, so I had to go back in and fix that. It's kind of funny.
It was like, oh, oops.
I don't know. There's been a lot of funny stuff. I mean, the biggest one is ones I've not even seen on Kain's stream, like the other mods dealing with it. It's just being a mod. Like I said, I mean, we have fun, but we don't. Like I said, I don't really think I've seen too many like really funny ones that we've had to get people in trouble for.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing on my stream, Azio, and I can't remember if you were there or not. And I know Xcal was when we had all of a sudden like 500 followers just pop in the
Yeah,
channel.
I was there that night, and then
All in
like
30 seconds.
How many followers did you get?
500 instantly. I was
Oh, and it was all bot follows?
We're just going like nonstop.
You
yeah,
can shut that
"Oh my God,
off.
what's going on? And yeah, then we had to deal with that. That was insane. I thought.
yeah, that happened right when I was going to bed, and I saw the follows. I'm like, I just thought it was 1 or 2, and I didn't realize it was all 500.
I just thought it was funny that at the exact same time, Bald Wookie ended up raiding the channel, and he was like, "Dude, what are you doing, man? Now you have more followers than I do." I was like, I don't know what to do. So yeah, it turned into hell.
Oh man.
But we cleaned it up. We got those 500 followers off.
That's too bad, because it's like one of those things where we're like, dang, yeah, I like seeing those numbers, but I want my numbers to be organic and real. I don't want them to
I
be
want to be real.
bot.
I don't want to be fake.
Yeah, the whole, because people know that. They see that. Like that's what we were talking about in our previous podcast, how we were talking about like the follow for follow and like certain pitfalls that people fall into in regards to like trying to grow on Twitch. And that includes buying follows and things of that nature.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of that on social media,
Oh,
They'll be,
yeah.
like follow for follow like accounts. They'll get huge. They'll unfollow everybody and then sell the account. And then some, upcoming streamer may buy it from them
Yeah.
and have like 20,000, followers already. So
I didn't know about that one. I probably would have jumped on that one. No, I'm just kidding. Buying some account that's already got 20,000 followers. Hell yes, please. Thank you for those bits,
Or
Kitty.
the sub for sub when people pop in and it's like, hey, can you subscribe to me and I'll subscribe back to you? It's like, no, I don't really know who you are.
Right? I don't know why people do that. Like, does that work for them? That's what I want to know. I want to get somebody who does that kind of stuff, who does the sub for sub, follow for follow, buys like their viewers. I'm like, where are you on Twitch and social media? Like, let me look at your activity levels of your post and your content, and then we look at your activity levels of your viewership for your content that you're creating. Because like I get curious about that kind of stuff. I imagine most other streamers do too. When you have bots that come into, hey, you want to get Twitch famous, have this many followers and stuff like that, you know, it's a spam message and your mods take care of it for you. But at the same time, you probably have that little bit of curiosity. It's like, does that even work? At least like,
Yeah, but then you know, you jump back into reality. You're like, no,
no, exactly. Because we've already gone down that road before. Like when we first started, we're like, no, we know it doesn't work. But they still manage to hook, like, I don't want to call them newbies, but like maybe the youngins or whatever in regards to just starting out on Twitch with people who haven't had those experiences yet to reflect back onto and know that they don't work.
Yeah, because I mean, both me and you got into the ViewBot at one time, where you know we jump into a ViewBot, and you know it was nice. It boosted our numbers for like a short time, but in reality, your chat was dead. And then all of a sudden, you get like people jumping in saying "lurk, lurk, lurk," and it was like, you know, I don't like it. I didn't like it, and
No.
I jumped out as fast as possible after that.
Luckily,
like,
I didn't
my
fall.
numbers grow organically. I don't really care about follow for follows or view bots or anything like that. So
You're right, and I'm glad you and I got out of that community that was turning into that. Even though I never felt like my chat was dead, I always felt like I was fortunate enough to where I always had somebody chatting with me. But I did see that in a lot of people's channels that were doing that bot viewership thing, and it was like they would have like 80 viewers, and you go in, and then the chat is absolutely not moving. You're just like, this is more than blatantly obvious that you're bot viewing.
Yeah, it's definitely obvious. Yeah.
I mean, we've seen that in Kain's chat too, where he'll have like 70, 80 viewers and nobody's talking.
I got raided.
Look, I tried,
and they were all asleep.
I try my best to hang with Kain, but I fall asleep.
Right? Yeah, we were just talking about that. He goes into
late night streams,
late night, early morning hours. People are falling asleep at the keyboard. It's so funny. Next thing you just get all these spammed like text and keys across your chat. You're like, what is going on? Somebody must have fallen asleep on the keyboard.
Well, it's funny.
Just like a certain moderator we also have on Kain's channel that we have to slurp for to keep awake. His name shall be rescinded.
But anyone who's been in the channel knows. It's funny though. We won't call him that. But you know, it's funny though. Anyone who's done late night streams, you know, you start out as a late night stream, and everyone's like, "Hey, how you doing? You know, welcome." And we'll talk for a little bit, and they're like, "Okay, going to bed," and you continue streaming all the way through morning, and then you get the same people coming back saying "Good morning," and you're like, "Oh, maybe I've streamed too long," you know.
Yeah, that's me. I fall asleep and I come back. Hey, good morning, Kain. All right, I gotta go get ready for work now. I'll talk to you later.
We're this 24-hour TV channel. Tune back in tomorrow.
That's funny. Well, I'm actually coming towards the end of the questions that I had pulled up.
More questions, Rockdad. What the
heck? I have a couple. I mean, like, we're very, very smaller ones. I don't expect them to be very long, but from a moderator's point of view, what is some advice you can give to moderators that might be thinking about, hey, maybe they've had a streamer that they really like, and that streamer they've created a relationship with, and like, hey, do you want to mod for me? And they're on the fence about maybe I should mod, or like, what's a mod do? Like, what are some words of wisdom you can pass on to upcoming mods? Let's start with Mimi.
Don't be afraid to mod for someone that you enjoy. If they're asking you, they know that you know what they like, especially if you're someone who pops in, you're there all the time, and if you see a troll and you call them out, hey, the streamer doesn't like this. Please, if you're going to come in, talk to us, join the family, stay a while. Do not just jump. Your streamers are watching you. So they know who they want that are the best people. If they're asking you, they believe that you're the best of the best, and you should just go ahead and do it.
Best of the best of the best, sir. With honors.
With honors.
Every viewer in the chat. Hey, you want to be my mod? Hey, you want to be my mod?
Yeah.
Wait, is that what you already do, Kain?
Don't ask to be a mod.
No comment.
They're watching you.
To be fair, that's kind of how Kain actually asked me was.
No comment.
We can always have more mods. Hey, Haseo, you want to be a mod? Cool, you're a mod now.
Well, man, you want to
You're
be
like, all right.
That's literally Kain. This is like, hey, well, we've got room for more mods. And he basically picks out anybody that's been a regular for a while and sticks with him. You know, it's just like, because again, like
What-
Mimi was saying, we know what Kain can tolerate, what he likes, what he does, and stuff like that. We're all active in his community, you know, and that's how he actually picks them out. It's like, hey, Haseo, you want to be a mod? Because we can always use more mods.
It's true.
Sure.
Because the mods aren't always available. Like I'll use my example, like Darkfirecat, Scofung, KainDelryn, Jersey, Rock Bomb, Kitty Crazy. When I'm modding, most of you guys are working or doing something on the computer. So I understand that sometimes my mod is busy and they may not be here like, hey mods, can I get a shout out? And they might be like off doing something. So I'll have to do it myself sometimes. But I understand that, mods also work and sometimes they miss things. So the more mods you have, probably the better.
I don't know. Kain has
Well-
like half his chat as mods.
We're always
whole
there.
chat's
We're
nothing but
always
mods.
watching.
Until I run out of space.
Actually, let me look at his chat right now. Let's see. One, two,
Mod.
three.
Mod.
I think we have one person out of the 8 people in there right now that is not a mod.
That's funny.
But it's like you're growing a family when you ask people to be mods or turn them VIP. You want those people to stick around and hang out and game. So it's like an organic family when you do that. So and Hazio, I haven't known you for that long based on how long I've streamed. And I asked you to be a mod pretty early because I liked your personality and I liked how you talk to everybody in the chat.
Keep you on your toes. Not keep the
me on
chat
my toes,
active.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I respect you, man. I respect you a lot. So
Kain,
once we get
you're
some
gonna make me
Hazio,
blush.
Are you guys
webcams
having a
going on,
moment?
buddy.
I think so. Just give me a second
Let me-
here. I'm starting to
let me
blood.
wipe
Oh,
the
never
tears
mind.
real
Those
quick.
cat.
So, I appreciate you so much, bro.
You give me a hug.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never had somebody
I
say
love
something
it.
so nice to me before.
Where's the
Cheers.
swell
Cheers
of
to that.
music?
Wah, wah, wah.
I got
There we go. There it
I got
is.
some. Hold on. I got sound clips.
You got sound clips?
Well, sound clips work in Discord?
No. That's what
Oh,
I
but
think
they
he's
work
got
with the
sound clips.
stream. Hold on.
He's gonna have to do them.
I'll do this one.
I didn't hear anything.
I'll do the kids yelling. Yay.
Yay! Oh man.
It's the Halo front headshot.
Kitty.
I know. I just saw Kitty's response too. She's like, sometimes I feel like I'm paying to be a mod with all the bits I give.
Bit. You turn around and all of a sudden there's Kitty, 10 more subs. Like,
Well, yeah, Rockdad. Every time I come to your stream, it's like Kitty gifted 20 more subs. Like, holy hell!
What are you talking about?
In my channel, jeez.
Don't be calling
Yeah.
out my supporters like that.
No, Kitty's
love
awesome.
Kitty.
You got a
Okay,
supporter like
say
that
it
too.
this
Is it
way,
like my best
Rockdad.
friend or something like that, or what's his
Your
name?
best friend.
Your best friend. I think he has somebody like that too, don't you?
I got
yeah.
I got you that
Kitty.
guy.
Oh, there they go! Oh my gosh, he just gifted 5 more. Thank you, Kitty.
Oh,
You should ask Kain about what
Oh,
happened
good.
during the his 24-hour stream that was supposed to be originally a 12-hour stream.
Oh yeah, it turned into 24.
Because like I pay like there was just money flying everywhere for Kain for that one because we wanted to see him get 24 hours and Reaper gifted calling him out on this one because he gifted 50 subs,
See me
and
eat 3
then
bags of crickets.
and
Oh,
then
God.
the other ones of us were paying him money just to sit here and watch him eat like bean
Crickets.
boozles after
Yeah.
bean boozles after bean boozles. I think me and Twiggy we put in like $20 each or something like that to make him shotgun 15. you know.
Dang.
And then brought my wife on stream to eat a Boon
Yeah, that was
Boozle.
me.
Kinda-
I did that one.
Dang. Have you done
Too,
Bean
if you wanna
Boozle
check it
before,
out.
Hasio?
Oh, I've done them before. I don't
Yeah?
mind. I just don't have a cam. So like I said,
I
right
got you.
now
Eating
I'm,
them.
until I can get a new setup, I can't really do anything on my stream because I don't have a cam. I don't even have a decent enough computer to play most of the time. So yeah, but that's besides the point. It's all about the fun of things.
I think so. I think when it comes down to it, it's about, for me at least, I enjoy entertaining people. I enjoy making people laugh and smile. If somebody's having like a down day, I like to do what I can to make their day somewhat better. And so I do it for the experience and for creating those like lasting memories. I at the end of the stream you get like those dopamine levels up because it's just been such a fun stream and interacting with people. That's like you said, when it comes down to it, it's just about fun and enjoying yourself.
See that, and that's because you're a daytime streamer, Rockdad.
I
Those stay
am.
up. If you're a
I
nighttime
know.
streamer, those actually go way down by the end of the stream. You're like, okay, time to end stream. Ugh.
It's
And
just,
then you
it's like
pass out end stream.
I'm so tired. I had like a long day at work, and you guys are still here.
It is fun though. It is fun to stream, and a lot better than doing it off stream in a dark room playing a single player game all by yourself. So and it's
I usually am in a dark room doing stuff though.
all by yourself though.
Usually.
Well, we're getting ready to move into, I think, probably the final portion of the podcast section of this, and it's the actual streamer portion because both of you guys, not only do you guys mod on Twitch, you guys are also streamers on Twitch. And this whole show or this podcast of that Kain and I have come up with is streamer origin. So we kind of got some of those answers when we were asking about what came to Twitch. When did you start moderating on Twitch? How many streamers do you stream for? As this being an opportunity for you guys to do some self-plugging, why don't you tell us a little bit about your streaming and what kind of games you play, and tell us a little bit about you as a streamer. Let's start with Mimi.
I play a lot of RP, role-playing games. You'll see me playing Devil May Cry, Kingdom Hearts. I play a lot of Sims. I'm finally getting into my PC streaming aspect of it because I didn't have a PC that could run most of my games and run, the stream labs and everything. It would just crash my computer every single time. I am looking into getting a capture card so I can actually go back to playing my Kingdom Hearts. I will finish Kingdom Hearts, everybody. I promise.
I think it's gonna be a good investment for you. I think the Elgato capture card is a great investment for a streamer.
It's huge. Yeah, capture cards are huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can even go back and play my PS3 games.
Yeah, exactly. Anything. Well, I guess I can't say anything. Anything that's got an HDMI plug-in, I guess you could say, or a USB.
Yeah, I was like, yes, because then I could play Switch games with people, and so I am getting back into my community, trying to stream. There are days where mindset-wise, I just can't do it, but I'm forcing myself to get out of that mindset and get back into it. I will eventually make a better schedule that Rock Mom can follow.
So is that one of your goals then as a streamer, is to come up with a better streaming schedule?
Yeah, to get a better streaming schedule so I can be on here more. Because there are days where I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to stream today. And then like, oh, wait, so-and-so streams today. So I'm not going to stream today because then I'll run into their time because I'm going to be in their chat.
Every streamer runs into that problem about stream schedules. Because we all hit our walls and they're like, ah, crap. We got to change it up or we got to adjust it some way.
I agree.
So you always be hitting that block, most likely, Darkfirecat, because we do too.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so I really should just stop going, well, there's better people for y'all to watch. I'm glad you're here.
But they're there for you though. So like when you downplay yourself like that, that can be off-putting. So like they're there obviously to see you. So like don't try to shove them away. Just be yourself and welcome them, and they're there to be with you. You just remember that.
Yeah, and it's a work in progress. I'm a work in progress.
We all are. What about you, Hasio?
Yeah, what was the question again?
What is well, man. So it was a self-pitch moment, is what it was.
Oh.
So it's an opportunity to, since you're a streamer as well, tell people a little bit about yourself, what kind of games you play, Why you stream, things of that nature. What are some of your goals with streaming? Just like those generic questions in that order.
You
Go.
have to do it in that order, or it doesn't count. You got to
Oh,
do
it doesn't count. Do it again.
And so
Start
you wonder
over.
why we like troll Kain so much right now too, because he's just as big as one to us.
Oh, he's fun,
But,
man. He's so fun, though.
I know, we love it. But yeah, mainly for me, it's like JRPGs, things like that. I dabble in retro a lot. Like I've actually been trying to learn from Talos about how to actually play UN Squadron because I suck at it. Lately I've been playing Popful Mail on Sega CD, doing what's known as retro achievements.
The Popful Mail.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Underrated.
But yeah, it's because I do, like I said, I'm going after what's known as retro achievements, which is a website with specialized emulators, things like that. You can actually go on there and earn achievements for retro games to kind of basically for bragging rights. But yeah, that and between that and like I said, Kain, everybody knows me. I'm a diehard Persona fan, and I've been doing a lot of Persona 5 The Royal, Sakura Wars, things like that. So if I do modern, a lot of times it's JRPGs. When I do retro, it's typically JRPGs. So
and we have a lot of
kind of
common in
my
that aspect, Kazio, because I started out with RPGs, JRPGs.
yeah, except I play them good, and no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, whatever, man. Whatever.
I play them good till it's Pummel Party, then it's Kain kicking everybody's butt.
Yeah.
That's because Kain hacks.
He's
whatever, man. We're gonna have another championship this year. You know that, right?
I'll be in on that
Kain,
one. See, it's not a true championship if I didn't participate, because I didn't participate in that one.
Ooh,
Oh, man.
Rockdad is throwing down the
I'll make sure you're
gauntlet.
in that one, Rockdad.
Yeah, we're gonna play it. I'm gonna be like, damn it, I lost. Talking all that trash.
But whoever wins, and it's gonna be more towards the end of the year.
Okay.
Whoever wins that, I will send them the trophy.
Nice.
If I win, bragging rights 2020.
Yeah, you get to keep the trophy. I like it. A trophy that continues to travel amongst the winners, and then maybe we can add something to it.
Trophy as well.
I'll have to try to snag that trophy so I can add some stuff to it.
We'll be doing that in January for
Okay.
2021.
Everybody just puts a little mark on it for them,
I'll put a poop emote on your trophy when I send it.
A poop emote. So a couple more questions on the streamer side of things. What are some things that you've done for growth, Mimi, as a streamer?
I did a subathon once.
Once,
And
okay. How did it go?
I'm thinking about doing another subathon. I haven't figured out when I'm going to do it. I'm probably this weekend would be a good idea to do it. Mainly because it was a good idea, see how long y'all can keep me on. I'm not trying to do 24 hours, but it can happen, especially if I ever play Kingdom Hearts, because I kind of get absorbed in that game and I forget about time.
I can understand that. There are some games where you just forget about time, and it's easy to do a 12, 24-hour stream. I don't ever foresee myself doing a 24-hour stream, but 12-hour streams they're kind of a piece of cake now once you've done a couple of them.
Do one, Rockdad.
Yeah, I've done so many impromptu 12-hour streams because I'm playing Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, okay, hang on, guys, just one more world. Hey, okay, I beat this one. You know what? Let's just go on to the next world. It's not going to take us long. What? Or The Sims. The Sims, it'll take me so long to design just one character before I even get to the house that by the time we're playing, I'm like, well, we've designed 25 Sims and we've built this epic house.
Dang.
I guess we can go to bed now. What day is it?
Was that a successful subathon, do you think, then? Was that a successful way to try to get more subs, doing a subathon like that?
The one that I did with Kingdom Hearts was a very successful subathon. We ended up I think we smashed the goal because I did 20. I only set it low. I set it at 25. And then I ended up that night with 35 subs.
That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. Cool. What about you, Hasio? Have you done anything for trying to get yourself to grow on Twitch?
Like I said, for me, it's not been much. I mean, just kind of for me, it's more getting to know different communities and, being active with them and finding out that, a lot of communities are really supportive of their people that are in them too. Like with Kain's chat, there's a lot of people that I met in there that also follow me, and help support me and stuff like that as well. And it's basically just networking out like that. I've done a few 12-hour streams, but a lot of times I play a lot of games that are old that nobody really cares about, like except for a few people or people that know the games. But again, I stream to have fun a lot of times. If I'm not having fun with what I'm streaming, I'm not going to sit here and play Final Fantasy VII Remake because it's popular if I don't like playing it, because
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
didn't enjoy the game
Right.
myself.
You didn't
But,
enjoy the remake, or just you didn't enjoy Final Fantasy VII at all?
Oh, I loved Final Fantasy VII. I just didn't enjoy the remake as much. I really didn't care for the new battle system, and that really kind of killed it for me.
That's too bad.
I love how it looks. I love seeing other people play it. That's why I even watch certain people play it until like 6 a.m. Oh, Kain.
I know what you're talking about.
Kain.
Which is probably why he was late today. What? But
I didn't go to bed till like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my gosh! And then you had to get up to get this all prepped and going.
I set like 3 alarms. I'm like, oh my god, I get.
Oh my gosh, man! Well, I'm so glad you were able to get up on time.
Yeah,
but yeah. I enjoy watching him watching it, and it's still a great game. I love how it looks. It's pretty, but I can't. Again, I don't have fun playing it. I've tried it. I've done a few scenes for other people, to help them out.
Yeah.
But it's just not something that I can really play a lot of because I didn't care for the new battle system. I didn't care that you had to switch out between them and this, that, and the other. There's so much micromanaging to do. I didn't care for it. If I wanted to do that, I'd be playing StarCraft still.
What's your favorite game of all time, Ozio?
Of all time?
Yep.
NES, The Guardian Legend.
Guardian Legend. Nice.
Yeah. What about you, Mimi? Are you still there, Darkfire?
I'm here.
Mimi.
We're asking an absolute favorite game.
Devil May Cry.
Ooh, Devil May Cry.
I love the whole series.
She's in love with Dante.
With Dante.
Yeah.
A big poster on the wall.
First funny story about how I actually first played the game on the PS2. I found the game and 2 others at a pawn shop that was next to a Papa John's. And the guy told me that it was going to be 3 games for $20. And I haggled him down to 3 games for $9, and then he ended him a 20. Well, I didn't read the rating of the game. And the first time I played the game, when the bloody puppet throws the knife at your head, I dropped the game and went, not playing it. I didn't play for a week.
I don't know the game, so that just sounds weird to me. It's like when the puppet throws something at you, bloody puppet. It's like,
yeah, it's called a bloody puppet. The first mission is called Curse of the Bloody Puppets.
Okay.
And you take this key out of the puppet's hand. Now, you don't think it's moving because it's just hanging there. And all of a sudden, it throws a knife at your head. And I was like, done, not playing this. Well, a week later, I came back, beat the game. And I heard there was a second one out. So I called my dad and said, Dad, I want the second one of Devil May Cry. And he's like, excuse me, do you know that that's rated mature? And I'm like, it is?
What were your age at this time?
I was 14. So
I think that's okay. My kid's 14 and he wants to play some mature rated stuff, depending on what it is, Yeah. Go ahead. I don't mean to step on you. Go ahead.
Well, my mom was no mature games point blank. So I snuck in a mature game and didn't even know it.
That's awesome.
It was hilarious.
You rebel.
I know, right? Gosh.
That's so funny.
I was such a troublemaker.
After dark.
I'll see a theater after dark. So do I need to go and put some anime on? Okay, hold on. After dark anime? No. We have the adult only room for that one.
Yeah, that's later.
Well, that's all the questions that I had on the agenda
What?
for today. Yeah. Do you have any
Yeah,
questions that you may have in front of you, Kain, that we haven't touched on? And then I'm also going to turn this over to the chat as well for our question and answer session. So today's subject, we were talking about moderators on Twitch, and we were getting to know some of the moderators that both Kain and I have as moderators in our channels. Darkfirecat is a mod in my channel, and Hasio is a mod in Kain's channel, as well as Kain is a mod in my channel. We were asking them, like, how they found Twitch, where, how many people they mod for, how long they've been modding, some things that they've come across as mods, both horrible and hilarious, as well as the fact that they're streamers, with this being origin streamers, we're trying to find out a little bit more about them. But now we're kind of turning it over to the chat. So if anybody who's listening right now, if you have any questions that maybe we haven't addressed, now's your time to ask.
Chat, any questions you want to ask us? Feel free, throw them in chat.
Yes, ladies, I am single.
Yeah, how's your single,
So,
guys? Guys and gals.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink,
Most
nudge,
elder
nudge.
bachelor on Twitch.
Find them on Tinder. Swipe left.
Hey, I have not devolved myself that low to be on Tinder, okay?
So funny. What is your favorite thing in a stream as far as perks or features / designs? Is the question I have from Maximus in my stream.
For Kain's, it's Bean Boozles, because I love watching him suffer, especially when he gets dirty dishwater.
Oh, that's terrible.
You know the difference between me and Rockdad on that one?
You don't spit him out.
You don't spit him out?
Like
dude, that's like the only one I don't swallow. I used to swallow every single one of them. Now I'm just like, I won't swallow that one because it just upsets my belly. I can't handle it.
Oh, come on,
dirty
Rockdad.
Dishwasher. So
Kain's
gross.
wife did one on stream and swallowed it. She's got like the spoiled milk.
It's not like I haven't swallowed it before. I'm just done swallowing it. You can only eat something so much before you're just like, you know what? I don't want to swallow this. I'm done.
Don't wuss out, Rockdad. Don't wuss out, man.
Wuss out. I gotta take breaks. I can't do it every month. It's my palate hates me, and then my stomach hates me. It's terrible.
Now, Rockdad, question for you on that. Have you ever thrown up afterwards?
Yes, I have thrown up. It was at the time when I thought it said dog poo and it was dog food. That's embarrassing. I can't believe. For the longest time, I kept calling it dog poo because I never took the time to read it again, and it was just dirt. Was it just dog food? I had psyched myself up that I was eating this flavored jelly bean that was dog poop, and I hacked into the garbage can and a little bit came up. That's about the only time I've thrown up. I have thrown up after getting spun in the chair. That's probably the reason why I don't like to swallow the dirty dishwasher tab flavored jelly bean, because I've got acid reflux with hiatal hernia, and any type of
Me too, man. I got the same exact thing.
So you know what I'm talking about. You do any type of strenuous activity
I can't do the hot ones. I cannot do the hot ones
because it upsets your belly so bad. So that's why that's what happens. So I'm not trying to make excuses, but I do have excuses. All right, I have another question. This one's from Mr. Diamond 245 in my chat. What was the rudest person that you've ever had in your chat? Now, I can honestly say I've not had anybody rude in my chat. And if I had, I didn't know they were rude. And my moderators, the focal point of this discussion today, took care of it for me. But I'm going to still turn that question over to Hasio, Mimi, and you, Kain. What is the rudest person, or what was the rudest person that you've ever had in your chat?
Another moderator from Kain's chat.
Another mod? Really? Can you explain?
It's a back and forth thing. Me and Reaper
triangle.
just go back and forth all day. Like, we will hurl insults at each other's moms all day. Just as one of those things. And yeah, there is no chill between us two. And Kain knows it.
I know it. I try to stay out of it as much as possible. I don't want to get sucked in.
Well,
let it happen.
When you're the streamer and you see your mods are going at it, don't you think you should step in regards to hey guys, let's keep the peace?
It's different because it's kind of a mutual thing between them, and I let it happen because it's kind of funny, it's comical on stream.
Okay,
we're friends.
If it did get bad, I'd try to mediate as much as possible, but you can only do so much while you're streaming.
Yeah, we're friends
And-
now, but I mean, like when we first started, we just met, like we just rubbed
Oh
each
my
other the wrong
gosh.
way to begin with,
It was
and
ripped
we were
24/7.
just ripping on each other back and forth all day. This was before I was even a mod. You know, it's just like me and him just kept going back and forth, and we're like, I kind of respect this guy. I like this dude. He can take a punch and he keeps rolling, and it's kind of fun. And we actually became friends in the end about it. And we still rip on each other like crazy, but like he would come into my stream like before I was a mod in Kane's chat, and we knew each other, and just like,
It's
hey,
out of
he is
love.
lousy, blah 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 blah. What the are you doing, you little piece of blah 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 blah? And he's like, dang, dude, really? I'm censoring it because I don't know if this is supposed to be PG.
No, I'm not family friendly no more. You don't have to censor
It's
anymore.
X-rated. It's X-rated, Ozzy.
But I
Oh,
appreciate I
okay.
appreciate you trying to be considerate like that. Well, we still want to keep it to where anybody can have this on. That's the thing I think about as a Twitch streamer. I want to be able to be played on people's TVs or like at people's works without them being like, oh shit, I can't have people have me listening to this type stuff. So that's what I try to think about.
Rockdad. Thanks, man.
Like I'm not adverse to saying a regular motherfucker, but still, it's like,
oh my gosh, my virgin ears.
I tried. Oh no, they're bleeding, Kane. I think I just popped your cherries. No, I'm sorry. What? But yeah, like it's become a thing where we're friends, and again, he's one of those people I would probably take a bullet in the leg for,
In the leg?
like
Is that it?
Kane. Yeah, I'd give Kane maybe like a stomach shot or chest shot, but Reaper, I'd give him a leg shot. But yeah, me and him, that's just how we are now. Like he comes in, we will sit here, talk all the shit, and then be like, "How you been, buddy?" 'Cause I missed you, man. And
I get
just
that.
kind of go from there, like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
After
What about
like
you?
an hour of insults.
Darkfirecat, I didn't hear a response for you in regards to that question.
The worst one that I've ever had in my own chat was the person who decided to call me the N-word in my chat.
Oh, really?
That's
That's still a thing?
That's not
How's that still a thing?
Yeah.
What year is it? How do we still have this as a thing? I don't get
Somebody
that.
called Mimi nice.
No.
Right?
I wish.
She doesn't come off that way, does she?
I think it
No,
was
she
not
doesn't.
nice.
She's super
Not
mean
nice.
to me.
But it was kind of funny that all of a sudden, it was there and I saw it and I was like, I was about to start yelling at this person, and before I even knew it, one of my mods had just kind of taken away and it was gone, and I was like, all right, fine, I'll let y'all handle this. I really need to stop.
That's
But
sad.
one
It's
in
disappointing, to be honest with you, that's still a thing. Like I'm more frequently disappointed in my fellow man that that's even still a thing.
Yeah, so I'm used to it. I deal with it on a regular basis, but it was just kind of like wait a minute.
That's terrible. You
If you're
shouldn't be
gonna do
used to
that-
it. That shouldn't be coming out of your mouth right now. That shouldn't even be a thing, in my opinion. But I'm sorry that you have to deal with that. That's crap. That's crap.
Yeah.
I
Um,
know I've had that stuff kind of happen before, like curse words and stuff flying in the stream, and this is early on, and I tried to just play it off. I was like, thanks for coming by the stream without even commenting on it. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming by the stream, and thanks for being a viewer, and then I'd ban him.
there you go. Nice.
And then
That's
it,
smart. That's smart. That's a
and
very
you don't play into the
Yeah, you
whatever
don't play
response
it.
you're
It's
trying to
like,
get.
Don't
oh,
play into it. That's great advice. And that's actually a question from Mr. Diamond. He's new to Twitch and to streaming and would love advice for being a new streamer. And we talked about this with our first podcast episode where Kain and I were just talking and we were trying to give advice to new streamers. I'm actually going to kind of put this over into your guys' laps as you being streamers and moderators. What is some advice that you can give to a starting streamer? Or like we had talked about with the starting mods as well.
play what you love. Play the genre that you want to do. Don't let people pressure you into playing something that you already know you're not going to like. If you try to please everybody, you end up pleasing no one.
I can get behind that, only because I like to play games that I enjoy playing. But at the same time, as a caveat to that, you never know. You might come across a game that you never thought you would enjoy playing, and you end up enjoying it. And the next thing you know, you've opened up a whole new genre of games to yourself. That's what happened with me with like the platformer style games. Like I think it was Undertale, and then I did like Deltarune, and then like Hollow Knight, and then next thing you know, I'm really loving these platformer style games, and I would have never done that if somebody hadn't suggest that to me. But I agree with you, Mimi, about playing games that you want to play because people can tell that you're enjoying yourself when you're playing a game that you want to play. But at the same time, don't be afraid to try something new.
Right. Don't be afraid to try something new, but don't be pressured into if someone says, "Oh, well, why don't you go buy that $60 game?" You know what you can do. And if you want to wait till that game goes on sale, then wait till the game goes on sale. Wait till the hype dies down around the game. You know, look at one of our good friends. He's finally playing Five Nights at Freddy's. How long has that been out?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's been out for a long time, but yeah. And they just started Five Nights at Freddy's 2 because they finished the first Five Nights at Freddy's finally.
Yeah.
To be fair, there's so many different games out there. You know, it's hard to get to them all.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, really it is.
So,
what about you, Hasio? What do you think? What's some good advice you could give to a starting streamer? Is he modding at the moment?
Yeah, stop modding. What are you doing?
I am not. Advice to give a starting streamer. Again, Mimi kind of nailed it. You play what you love. Again, because people know when you're having fun. Also network, you know, like don't go out and just sit here and go in somebody's stream like, hey, check me out at twitch.tv so and so. Like, you know, get to know the streamer. Like Kain, you know, you get to know him. He will sit here and put like he has all of his mods on like a quick button press for a shout out, you know, to get people to say, hey, you know, check out our mods. They're awesome. They're good people. You know, same thing for, you know, probably most chats. If you get to know the streamer and the communities, people are going to follow you and come to you as long as you're not a total dick. And even if you are, then apparently you still get people because
it's true. There are people who are just straight up dicks to their chat, and the chat love it. It's like they come there to be abused, apparently.
Oh yeah, it's a thing people get off on apparently, and you know,
choice words, I guess.
We've got a comment for you, Hasio.
Oh, stop saying skin flutes on my stream. I can't. You banned the word flutes. So I can't say flutes on your stream anymore.
Oh no, that's horrible.
Oh man.
Okay, Rockdad, we do have a question on this stream.
Okay, go ahead.
So from Kiri, Best Erie, what would you like to see Twitch do to further support streaming and streamers?
What would I like to see Twitch do to further promote Twitch streamers?
Which stimulus checks?
Stimulus checks. Oh my gosh, let's not go down that road.
Oh my gosh, that'd be awesome.
You're welcome, Mr. Diamond. What would I like to see Twitch do? You know what? They've already do so much. Like, I think they do so much that so many Twitch streamers don't even realize like the things that they're already doing. And you know, Twitch right now is exploding in regards to viewerships and more views. You know, because of COVID-19 happening, more people kind of starting to stream, starting to realize that like, you know, the new now is going to be more digital. And I've seen that because of that, Twitch is making all these like revamps or like alterations to the way, like, you know, mods now have a mod view. They've just updated the things for the Twitch streamers page to where you can see their schedule. They have like a 60-second ad. The one thing that they took away that I wish that they didn't take away, which I hope they would bring back in the future, is the availability to do premieres. I loved doing premieres. And what a premiere was basically I can record gameplay. And it could be exactly what it'd be like for, like, let's say, like a YouTuber, like them talking to the camera, things of that nature. The only thing is, like, I could set it up to be launched at a certain time and date as a premiere, so I could watch it with my chat. And I would use those for, like, my 12-hour streams. I would play, like, a 30-minute, 45-minute new game demo so that I could eat my food and we could all sit there and watch some content together. And I miss being able to do that because you can no longer do premieres on Twitch. And so that's the one thing that I wish that they would bring back that I think were helpful.
On YouTube.
Yeah, you can still do those on YouTube, but, you know, we're talking about Twitch. I think Twitch could potentially surpass YouTube in the future if they did things that were similar to YouTube, but still maintaining being Twitch. I think they're going to be the two that probably compete the most with each other, I think, of all the streaming platforms. That's my opinion, though.
Okay.
What about you, Kain? What about your response to the same question?
Oh, shoot. Well, I mean, They have done a lot, and I've liked a lot of features they've been putting in to help support us. Like some features that partners had access to, now affiliates do. Um,
Like
I'm
the
I'm
ads.
still decided whether or not I like the new layouts that they put with the tabs and everything.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of having an intro video, but the way they have it set up, you have to scroll through like previous videos to find it. Now, if it was like right there in your face as soon as you went to the person's page,
Hmm.
I think that would be a little bit better. That way, there's a spot for it, and whoever comes to check out your channel sees it
I thought
right
that's how it
away.
was supposed to be, to where it was like when you go to somebody's
And
YouTube
and it's
page.
not. You have to scroll through to find it
Really?
right now.
I
Yeah,
wonder if it's broken, because I thought it was
could
supposed to
be.
be to where it would pop up automatically when they came to your page and you weren't streaming.
No, the last page I pulled up, and they did have a 60-second video up.
Hmm.
The first one I saw was their previous stream, and then I had to go to the next one and the next one, and then I saw it.
Wow. Yeah, that's
So
not good. That
that's
doesn't
not
seem helpful at all, to be honest with you, because nobody's
no,
going to take
not
the
at
time to
all.
do that.
Because you have to dig. You have to dig to find it, and I
Yeah,
don't think that's
nobody likes
helpful right
that.
now.
People don't even like
Yeah,
watching videos on YouTube that are like over 5 or 10 minutes long. Like, you have to be like quick to the point, and if you're making them do any work, they're like, nope, moving on.
yeah, exactly.
No,
Yeah.
that depends. I like to watch long videos.
Well,
Well,
obviously it's going to depend on the viewer. I don't mind long view videos so long it's content that I enjoy, and I think that's what it comes down to. But when you're trying to be discovered, like let's talk about like discoverability, you need it to be quick, because that's just the way people are. If it's longer than 5 minutes, you're going to lose them. It's just, even like with younger generation, their attention span's not there. You get somebody who's scrolling YouTube, scrolling Twitch. If you don't captivate them or catch them within the first couple of minutes, they're going to just move on. And if it's
Good
long,
point.
they're going to be like, yeah, I don't want to watch this.
Good point.
I don't have any more questions popping up in my chat. Do you have any more, Kain?
well, we can direct that question to Hazio and Darkfirecat.
Oh, of course. I'm sorry. I don't mean to exclude you guys. Yes, you're a part of this conversation too.
So, what would you like to see Twitch do
What,
to
we
further
are?
support streaming and streamers?
Just today, Hasio.
Yeah, Hazio.
Oh man. No. I already told you mine. Twitch stimulus checks. Woo.
Yeah, he did say that. He
That's
did say
it?
that.
All right. Well, that was a
No,
short one.
They make enough money.
honestly, I'd like to see Twitch reach out more to their front page streamers too. Like every time I see like front page streamers to help them notify of people of streamers, it's always like somebody that already has like 1 million followers and is literally getting their bills paid monthly by being a full-time streamer, and that's all they need to do is just stream. They can go online and there they go, they've met their quota for the month.
Okay.
I'd like to see them actually be able to like reach out to lower end streamers, somebody like somebody that's not like that. Like, I want to see Kain on the front page. I want to see you on the front page, Rockdad.
That would be
Mimi
awesome.
on the front page, just for an hour or so, just to get you out there, and so they can show some of the up and coming talent of Twitch, instead of, oh yeah, here's Ninja or whatever the hell his name is. The Fortnite dude. I don't follow that game.
He left
But,
Twitch.
Oh,
He's on Mixer now.
Yeah, he's on Mixer now.
Yeah. We've had a lot of
but
people
yeah.
leave from Twitch to Mixer, and keep going. I'm sorry.
But yeah, that's kind of the big thing. I just want to see a little more promotion for the small people. I know a lot of streamers that only like 100-200 at max. At one time I've seen them get. And a lot of times they're from raids, and typically raid crowds don't last. You're gonna get like maybe the 5 or 6 out of each raid that will actually stay in the chat, either A, because they're lurking, or B, because they're actually enjoying the content.
And
Like,
I've seen. Sorry.
and go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, in regards to the featured Twitch streamers, I've seen a couple times where it was they were not affiliated and they were a featured Twitch streamer, and at the time they only had like 3 or 4 viewers, and they were being featured, and it was fitness related. It was like towards the beginning of like the whole COVID-19 and everybody being like on lockdown and quarantine. But I remember I was at the page, and at the very top it showed somebody standing in front of a squat rack, and they were just talking at the time. They had like 3 viewers and they were featured. And I was like, they're not even affiliated yet. How the hell are they featured?
That's crazy.
I I think I had to pick my jaw up off the ground on that one just because it's like, that's so unfair. Like the little kid in me came out. I'm like, that's not fair.
How do you think people get picked to be featured?
I don't know. Maybe it's randomized or maybe they knew somebody. I don't know. Sometimes it's who you know. I've seen that in Twitch as well. It does come down to that sometimes.
I think a lot of times it's also sponsorships. A lot of it's paid too. Like I remember a few people that did charity streams, and that charity was willing to pay to advertise those streamers. I don't remember I think it was like the Final Fantasies marathons they do every year between two streamers I know.
Okay.
And I guess the charity they were raising for, because they end up doing it for about 3 months at a time, because it takes, they go through Final Fantasy 1 all the way through Final Fantasy 15.
As a marathon? Holy crap.
Marathon.
Like, when did they
So
start
it's like-
this?
That's crazy.
They started in December. Like,
And they
it's
end
just-
it when?
They call it the season of Final Fantasy, and it ends whenever it ends. It's just supposed to
Jeez,
start it
that
up.
sounds
and
ridiculously long.
kind of
Yeah.
for bragging rights to play for it. But yeah, and they do a few of the sub games here and there. But the charity organizers like, hey, we want to get these people known.
Mhm.
It's like we want to pay Twitch to put them on front page for an hour a day. And it was their sponsor that paid for it, and for an hour a day, once they started up, they would be hosted by Twitch on the front page.
Would you pay to be featured on the front page? Like, let's say, I just read in the chat, there's a possibility that you could apply to be on the front page. But let's say if there was an application and also a fee you had to pay, would that be something that you would be willing to do to be featured?
I can't even afford a decent gaming rig. How can I afford to be paid to
Well,
be on the front page?
Let's say circumstances were different and you could afford it. Would it be something that would be worthwhile trying?
I mean,
I
don't
would
know.
I wouldn't do it because those people are just going to be fly-by-night people to me. They're going to come in, they see you. Some might stay, but others will just go, all right, well, I checked this person out. Okay, thanks, bye.
Yeah, but that's speculation. I mean,
Mhm.
if you're out there where people can see you, you get more exposure. So you could potentially get a lot of viewers coming in, seeing you.
Especially if you're being featured at that moment.
And if you got good content, then people will stay.
I mean, I think I would like the chance to, I guess, if that's what it took. But it's one of those things again where it's like, I'm kind of like Mimi. I know a lot of them are going to be fly by night, but again, I also think about it like this. Let's say you get 100 viewers and only 10% stay. You know what? At least you got 10 people now that like your content, that frequently come by.
Yep.
And that 10 people, word of mouth spreads. So let's say they each tell a friend, and you're just slowly building a community.
It is a slow process.
Me for Kain, because it went from me watching Kain to my roommate watching Kain now, whom Kain also knows too in chat. And then like my next door neighbor was actually watching Kain, because I was like, oh yeah, I'm watching this guy, and he was sitting here and he started watching Kain too.
But that's how it works, though.
COVID-19. That's how it works.
It's organic growth. Like, I think true growth. Like we've talked about this before. I think maybe even on the last podcast where we were talking about like things to do to grow, like what not to do to grow. I think like natural organic growth is the lasting growth. I mean, you may get like you said, a raid where we say like 100 people come in and they may get like a whole bunch of follows. Of those who actually return, you don't know, you may get like 10 out of the 100, like you were saying. But that's, like you said, that's still 10, and each one of them, like even if it was just like one, should be something you not downplayed. I think that's something else that I've seen some people goes like, oh, they may get a raid of only 3 people or something like that in comparison to a raid that they may have had like with the higher numbers, and they don't respond in a direction to where I'm like, dude, that was 3 people that came over to watch you, and because of how you're looking at the numbers rather than them as actual people taking time out of their day to come view your content, it's a missed opportunity for that individual if they downplay the fact that it was 3 compared to like 100 or 10 to like 100. It's like you should be appreciative of every single one of those viewers you have, because that's that many people who took time out of their day to come hang out with you.
Yeah, because in reality, you could have like 200 viewers and only like 3 people chatting, right? Or you
Right.
can have 3 viewers with 3 people chatting. I mean, which would you prefer? And in reality,
It's your chat, Kain. I mean, we have like 50 people with only 3 people chatting, but you know, it's nice because I don't have to ban anybody.
well, that's good, I guess.
I
You don't have to
focus on
ban
gambling.
anybody. It's like, I don't have to ban anybody today. I can just relax.
Yeah, I get to chill out and, you know, not deal with stuff and, you know, actually
But,
watch Kain
you know,
and troll him.
when that happens, though, it's based off of raids. It's not real numbers. Because if it
Yeah.
was real numbers without the raids, it'd probably be, you know, like it is now.
Thank you for being a part of this conversation, Mimi. I don't mean to cut you off, Kain and Hasio, but she just messaged me that she has to go. And I just wanted to take this moment to say thank you. And I really appreciate you being a mod in my channel, as well as taking time out of your day to be a part of this podcast. I really appreciate it, especially for our segment on mods. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mimi.
I love all of y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon. I'll probably be streaming tonight.
Wait, before you
Okay,
go,
Mimi,
before you go,
I love you.
If you leave, it could screw up our video.
Yes. Can you just like maybe mute and do what you got to do, or do you? Okay, cool.
All right, sweet. All right, cool.
All of a sudden the video gets jacked up. Like, oh no!
No.
Podcast over.
Podcast over. Because we're actually doing I
wins.
don't know if you guys knew
Fatality.
this. We're doing it through Discord video right now, and that's where our video feeds are coming from. So it's actually worked. I think it's worked a lot better than our previous setup before. A lot less setup work. So
It is a lot less setup work in comparison to the. Yeah, I gave Nux to Zorax Torment. I liked his comment, so I had to give him Nux. But yes,
what was the comment? What was the comment?
What was the comment? I think that's one of the best things of Rockdad. He loves each and every one of us, and I do.
He doesn't love me. I like followed him. He's like, oh God, Hasio, get away.
It's like, oh, Hasio followed me? Ugh.
Oh,
No, it's not like that at all. Stop it. You're so funny. But I'm actually
coming in and out.
What's that?
You saw nothing.
I think keep seeing Kane's wife going in and out.
You
of
didn't
the
see
background.
My
nothing.
hand right here, so you don't see.
That's too funny.
Yeah, she's coming in and out of the office. So first stream without a green screen behind me, actually.
This is your first stream without a green screen behind you?
Yeah, without a green screen. Yep.
You need to put the green screen back up, bro. No, just kidding.
I know, right?
No, it looks good. You got the lights going on in the background. I love it, dude.
I've got a whole set of more lights to put up, but I haven't done it yet.
Well, so okay,
A lot of
let's
work.
shift gears here. Let's have this be the last little bit, because we've already kind of gone past our hour and a half mark for the conversation bit. But let's have this be the last little bit. What future plans are you looking forward to implementing for your stream? Let's start with Hasio.
Well, personally, like I said, my main goal right now, once I'm done getting quarantined over and over again, and I can actually get some money saved up, is to actually get a new gaming PC. I do want to get a green screen, a whole setup, you know, capture card, full 9 yards. I've got a good mic so far because I ended up getting a Blue Yeti, pretty cheap from work. But yeah, it's like right now with all the quarantines that I've been through, this is week 3 of me being on a quarantine. I was quarantined for 2 weeks. I went back to work for a week, and then basically I got put on quarantining for another week again. So it's one of those things where I'm trying to save up because, you know, get a new gaming laptop, because me and Kain were talking about it before, when we were trying to do Doom Eternal. And come to find out, my computer can't even run that. So, you know, it can't even benchmark anymore. And I have trouble running even like weaker games now. But I want to be able to do more, you know. I want to get a cam because, I don't know, seeing Kain do Bean Boozles, I'm kind of like, I want to try this now. And I want to do it so people can watch me.
Bean Boozle.
Before,
go for it, man. If you want to go for it, go for it.
But again, without a camera, you know, and without people seeing my suffering, you know,
you can find good used cameras, like good secondhand used cameras. I'm sure, like even with the COVID-19, because everybody's trying to get on camera, everybody's trying to get streaming. You know, like the digital future is the future.
Yeah.
I bet you can still find a secondhand used like a Logitech or something like that. That's what I use. I like my Logitech. It works great. I've had it for years though. I haven't had a need for a new one. I think you can
Well,
probably
yeah.
find one used though.
Like that's not the biggest issue. Like for me right now, it's I need to get a new laptop is a big thing, or desktop in general.
Desktop for
Because
sure if you're gonna stream.
again, my computer can't run anything, so it's like it's getting to be a point where I'm seeing a blue screen at least once a month. So it's just getting to be a bit of a pain in the butt to deal with. So
That does sound like a pain in the butt.
I think that would be the first thing I get taken care of. Then, I don't mind the cam I can deal with later, but I do want to get a capture card too, because I want to be able to stream from my Switch and other classic consoles, things like that.
Probably one of the best investments, I think, if you're going to be a console streamer. Like, you don't even need a camera yet. I think if you have a mic and an Elgato and that's all you got, I think you can go far with that, because you could play so many more games that aren't just restricted to like Origin or Epic or Steam.
Well, right now I can only do PlayStation, and it crashes slobs a lot because again, my computer can't handle the CPU usage.
I got you.
But yeah, I can do PS4 on my computer because of remote play. Same with Xbox, but that's about it. I can't do my Switch games, which I've wanted to actually, do something there. Maybe start a Smash Brothers competition so I could beat Kain up or something.
Smash Bros. What's your go-to character for Smash Bros?
It depends how serious I am.
Okay, let's say right now, if you were to throw down, who would you pick?
Bayonetta.
Bayonetta? She's a good choice. I would pick Kirby, because that's like the only one I know how to play with.
Yeah, and like if I really get mad, I break out Joker.
There you go. Nice. What about you, Kain? What type of upgrades are you looking forward to do, dude?
Actually, no idea.
No idea?
I don't even know Smash Bros right now. So.
No, I meant like in your stream, like for your stream setup, like for the future like editions.
Oh, future editions? Gosh, I don't know. Better internet if I can get it.
Right. I remember you talking about that at the beginning, talking about possibly getting fiber in the future.
80 down, 10 up, which is good enough to stream. But if I want to do anything extra, it craps it out. Like for example, like we tried to use NDI modules before,
which worked,
and it kept
fairly well.
It worked well, but for me, after about 45 minutes to an hour, my audio would be off from my video. So that was a huge thing, and I tried it for a few more streams. I gave up. I couldn't do it.
You bring up a good point though. Like, let's say like for Hasio, when you start putting in a video, you bring a whole slew of other possibilities of things not going right for you. And I can speak from my own personal preference or experiences. I have issues all the time. And like Kain, you're just saying like with the video not getting the audio synced up with the lips, that's hard to watch. Like even like if you were watching like a dubbed movie or something like that, and they're still speaking.
When that happens, I cringe. And it's happened to streamers that I've watched. I'm like, oh man, it's like, should I say something?
It does suck.
Are they going to take the time to try to fix it? Because they probably can't fix it on stream, right?
Nope. Not unless closing everything out and reopening it or something
themselves, and try to fix it. But yeah, it sucks. And I constantly watch my preview to see if that happens. Or see if stuff craps out. Like
Kitty.
When it does,
I'm
sitting there like, oh shoot, should I stop stream and try to fix it, or should I stop what I'm doing and try to fix it, or what? So it's pretty stressful.
It is stressful. There's like when I first started streaming, I had no idea like what it entailed, and you don't really know till you start doing it. And all of a sudden, you're exploring all these other Twitch streamers and getting ideas, and you're like, oh, I like this guy's camera, or I like the way they have their sound. Or I like the way they have their setup with the overlays, things of that nature. And then you go to implement it, and next thing you know, you're like, how do I do this? Thank God for YouTube videos. You can like learn to watch stuff, but it's a lot. And there's so many areas that can go wrong. And like Kitty was saying in my chat, it's not a Rockdad stream if I don't have issues with something, because I always have issues. And being able to work through them, and thank goodness it hasn't been, God, can I knock on wood? Hasn't been anything too serious as of late.
Well, I think I can speak for everyone. Everyone likes your setup in the background, Rockdad. So I don't know what it's gonna be like in your new pad.
Oh, I guess I should talk about it, huh? Since that's the question. Like the future plans. Well, obviously it's gonna be all the stuff I use is still gonna go at my next play, but like things that I want to implement into my future stream. I really miss having when I did my featured Funkos, and I had a little spinning like, I don't know what they call it. It just spins on an axis, and I can put the Funko on it, and it can spin. I think that's really cool because it stays in focus, and I don't have to worry about holding it in front of the camera. I want to re-implement that because I love doing my Funko, like my featured Funkos and my Funko pitches and my Funko giveaways. I love doing that. That's a lot of fun for me. I enjoy Funkos. I'm hoping that in my future streams, at my next location, I can re-implement that. And things that I still like, I like being able to use my corner cam to where I can do my fitness because I love, trying to influence others to, keep like a healthy mindset, and like, moderation's key. And, we can live a healthy lifestyle while in quarantine, or, still be physically active, even though we like to enjoy video games. So I like to promote that in my stream. So I hope in my next location, I can still set it up to where I can do like, my channel point redemptions for like push-ups and sit-ups and clap push-ups and things of that nature. But I don't really have
No streaming from the bathroom. Just saying.
No streaming from the bathroom. I think maybe another PC. I like the idea of having two PCs, one dedicated to the game and one dedicated to the actual stream, so it's not bogging it down at all. And because I've noticed that to where I'll have issues like drop frame rate, or it'll start to like lag, and it's because my computer is working so hard because I'm running all these different softwares, all these different programs on one PC that it's overtaxed.
Yeah, I run into that same problem, and the ideal setup is two computers. But I mean, who can afford that? Who can afford
We're just talking about daydream, right? Like if I was to hit the Powerball or the Mega Mill tomorrow, like what would I go buy?
Dude.
Another PC, water cooled PC or something like that.
If we get
Now, is
that,
the
I'm
first thing
moving
you
it.
buy?
I'm building
Do you hit the
a.
Mega Mill?
For me, I'm gonna actually build a house in the mountains, get away from everything and everybody. Kane, you and your family are welcome to come along.
What about
Rockdad,
streaming? You gonna walk away from streaming? What about
no, I'll
streaming?
still stream.
You better
I'm gonna
have some
like,
awesome
everybody's gonna
internet
have
in
their
the
own
mountains.
streaming room, and everybody's gonna have their own. Oh, we got fiber in the mountains, dude.
Oh, there you go.
And we had this conversation, Hazio, before about building like a streamer mansion. And having, like,
everybody has
rooms
their own
for
streaming
streamers.
room and a bedroom.
Multiple
that
people
everybody-
living there. I think I've seen
Yeah.
YouTubers do
I think
something like
that'd be
that.
badass.
Yeah,
But mansion in the
Kane.
woods, I love that idea.
get Rock Mom in there. Rock Dad, you're kind of on your own. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I've always been kind of a loner.
Oh, shoot.
So you don't have to share the streaming site anymore. It's just you because Rock Mom moved into the mountain, into the mansion. She has her own
You get-
personalized bar. And
You don't know
everything,
Rock Mom very well. She would not choose the mountains over the beach, man. You say beach house, she's there. Mountains, not so
Well,
much.
We'll get her a man-made beach in the backyard.
You haven't heard the whole conversation. Talking about
She can have a green
multiple
screen
people
beach
moving
in the
into
back.
the same mansion.
Yeah, we'd
the
have her.
mountains.
We build her own like artificial beach in the backyard with a
Streamers.
heated beach, basically.
It's not even gonna work. See, she's like, I got Rock Mom over here. She's my peanut gallery at the moment. She's like, that wouldn't even work for me. So funny.
You guys.
Kitty
can
Crazy
get
says hi.
away from everything,
Uh,
and there's no rent involved, so
All right.
all right, but I think
All right, guys, we have some people saying sign me up for the mansion home.
the mansion home does sound cool. I love the idea,
we got-
especially
we
if
got
everybody's
already.
paying towards the rent. It'd be like super cheap if you think about it, so long as everybody's able to still make money and pay the rent, so to speak.
Shoot.
Boba man,
Dang.
streaming from the bathroom. That's what Wi-Fi is for.
Well, I think that's going to conclude today's podcast portion of the stream. Kain Delryn and I still have some video game play lined up, everybody. We're going to be playing some more Dead Space 3. It's cooperative. I think we're going to take a quick break so we can get everything switched back over from this scene that you guys currently see to another scene to where Kain and I can still play together, but yet still be back to our normal stream setup. So again, I want to thank Hasio. Mimi just came back into the chat. Thank Mimi again for being a guest on Kain Delryn's and I's podcast. Thank you so much, you guys, for taking time out of your day for being on our show with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for the last minute, because I asked Hazio like late last night. I was like, all right, any mods want to come? And I had two that said no, I got something to do. And then Hazio was like, yeah, maybe I'll make it. I'm like, what?
Maybe I'll make it.
I'll take it.
4 in the
maybe.
morning when he did it. Okay.
I don't blame you then.